This movie starts with introducing the four main characters, comprising a mercenary team in the final years of the Mexican Revolution. Henry Rico Farden, the team leader, a weapons specialist, and a former U.S. officer. Hans Ehrengard, a horse wrangler. Jacob Jake Sharp, an Apache scout, an arrow expert, and a crack rifleman. Bill Dulworth, an explosives. A 9-day mission of mercy was described by Texas Railroad millionaire Joe W. Grant in his private railway car. The professionals would be hired to rescue Grant's kidnapped wife Maria from Mexican revolutionaries, led by the guerrilla leader and bandito captain Jesus Raza. One of Villa's officers, Raza's fort, was 100 miles inside a Mexican desert known as the Painted Mountains. A reward was offered $10,000 for each man. Both Farden and Dulworth had served as American mercenaries with Pancho Villa during the early days of the Revolution, and highly respected Raza as a fighter, although they were also willing to be paid to kill him. After entering Mexico, the professionals at first met 10 of Raza's banditos in a narrow canyon that concluded with a deadly shootout and the killing of the entire group. Soon after, Hans suffered heat stroke. As part of their strategy, Dulworth scouted ahead, leaving distinctive cross markings to either indicate all clear or danger, and he found himself surrounded by 3 more banditos and robbed. He was found strung upside down when his companions came to his rescue and killed the 3 gang members. Dulworth suggested that he plant dynamite along their potential future escape route, especially in the narrow pass where they found themselves, to block one of Raza's shortcuts and also their exit behind them if needed. As the group relaxed around their temporary camp, Dulworth also offered a notable explanation to Jake and Ehrengard about his life's work and strategy using the explosive. As they moved on in an exciting sequence, they witness as Raza attacked and took over a government supply train with federal troops, and then brutally executed all of the soldiers on board who were lined up. It was a mass execution. Farden was particularly upset by the brutal spectacle. They follow the captured train to the end of the line. The professionals scout around Raza's hacienda and hideout camp, including Dulworth's comment when he spotted topless Raza bandito named C.C. Chiquita washing herself. Dulworth had a relationship with her in the past while serving under Pancho Villa. They take the train before moving on to the camp. Farden explains pre-dawn attack strategy to rescue Maria, including dynamiting a water tower, shooting arrows with bullets attached, silently taking out a machine gun sentry, and creating a diversion to distract everyone. At night, Farden and Dulworth infiltrated into Raza's camp to rescue her, but was surprised to find her stripped down and about to make love to Raza. But it was already too late, and they proceeded with their plan. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel for more movie stories. Like and share and hit your comments. After bringing Maria back to the train, a shootout starts because it has been retaken by the bandits. The professionals are forced to take refuge in nearby canyonlands. Maria was helping to treat wounded Hans, when Maria reveals that they haven't rescued Grant's kidnapped wife but rather Raza's lover, that Grant had bought her in an arranged marriage, from which she escaped at the earliest opportunity to return to her true love in Mexico. The next day, Maria made an attempt to escape on horseback, but Dulworth exploded dynamite that he had already planted in a narrow pass, and also prevented Maria from getting away. Later that night, Maria made tempting offers to Dulworth in exchange for her freedom. She first offered money, and then she offered herself as she opened her top and exposed her breasts to him. They start kissing. She reached for his gun, but he had already taken it and held it against her chest. As Raza and his remaining men close in, Dulworth volunteers to stay behind and hold off the relentless pursuit of Raza and his men, and to allow the other professionals to make it to the border with Maria. He was able to kill all of Raza's men and wound Raza in the leg. Dulworth personally encountered Raza's bandito accomplice Chiquita, who talked about her love life, after Dulworth gunned her down and as she was dying, but then pointed her concealed gun at his neck and squeezed the trigger, but it clicked blank. She noted, "I am not lucky today," to which he replied, "But you're beautiful." She requested a kiss and he kissed, and then she expired in his arms. Back at the U.S. border, the professionals had completed their job of rescuing the kidnapped wife Maria from Raza's bandit camp, and Dulworth had also captured the wounded bandit leader. And then the major twist was fully revealed. Maria actually loved the Mexican outlaw and was his willing mistress. Grant had bought Maria for an arranged marriage, but she had willingly escaped and returned to be with Raza in Mexico. Grant was the real kidnapper, not Raza. When Maria was reunited with Raza, she hugged him and tended to his wounds. When they brought Maria to Grant to get paid for their services just across the U.S. border, Grant didn't want the professionals to notice his interactions with Mrs. Grant, and he stated, "I hereby declare our contract satisfactorily concluded," and wanted them to hurry off to town for a bath. And then when they watched as Grant ordered Raza killed, the professionals wouldn't allow it, led by Dolworth, who shot the gun from his hand and said that, "You haven't earned the right to kill him." It was obvious that Maria didn't want to be with Grant, and threatened, "I will run away again." Grant abused Maria, grabbed her and slapped her across the face. He demanded that she return home with him. The professionals decided to abandon their bad deal. Fardon told the real kidnapper, Grant, that his wife would go home with Raza. "Wrong, Mr. Grant. We made a contract to save a lady from a nasty old kidnapper, who turns out to be you." They collect the wounded Raza, laying him on the back of a horse-drawn wagon with Maria at the reins, and send both back to Mexico. The professionals then ride off following the wagon across the border to Mexico. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel for more movie stories. Like and share and hit your comments.